Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a very easy, healthy, tasty, wonderful meal. You can have it breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I don't discriminate. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a full bag of frozen broccoli. And the reason why I'm using frozen is because, again, if I don't eat my produce fast enough, I can't stand throwing it away. When I was first starting out learning about nutrition, taking classes, one of the coolest things that I learned was that if a fruit or a vegetable is cut off its vine or its tree, after 3 days that it's been cut, it loses about 50% of its nutrients. I had no idea. So if you think about that, when you go to the grocery store and you are trying to pick out some produce, you don't know how long that produce has been sitting there. So you don't know if it's been there longer than 3 days, if it's been longer than 5 days. But with frozen, what they do is they actually cut it off the tree or the vine or whatever it is, and they flash freeze it. So what they were saying in the nutrition class is that the nutrients actually stay in the frozen fruits or vegetables longer than they do in the fresh produce. So again, that was so great for me to hear, especially at that time, being single and not wanting to, waste anything. And still, at this point, being single and not wanting to waste anything, it makes sense, right? Okay, so let's get to it. So I'm going to take a bag of frozen broccoli. This is chopped broccoli, and I actually love it. Chopping broccoli. I don't know if you remember that song, but I could do one of those little videos to it. I like it because, again, you can mix it up, and here we go again. I love the romaine cups, so sometimes what I do is I like to end up using those to have my meal. What I'm going to do is I'm just literally going to take a plate, stick it on top. I am going to stick this in the microwave. I'm going to put that in there for 3 minutes because I don't want to get all the nutrients, to come out of it. So I put it in there for about 3 minutes, which is not going to make it, it's still going to be partly frozen, but I'm going to be reheating it with some of the other ingredients. So what I'm going to be doing right now is that's heating is I'm going to be taking garbanzo beans. I've already opened the can, and I'm going to show you how I do this and drain the can just as easily as doing it, in like a colander, because sometimes it just takes too much time. So I'm going to turn on the water, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top of the can and I'm literally just going to drain that water out of the can, and I'm going to just run the water through the can. I'm going to drain it out, and I'm going to just keep doing that until I feel like all of the sodium, all of the stuff that's in there kind of covering the garbanzo beans is coming off of the garbanzo beans so that we're not eating it. Again, so easy. I don't have to use a colander. I don't have to waste anything. So I do that about, 4, 5, 6 times, and then I'm done, okay? So I'm going to bring that back over here, put that down. So what I'm actually going to do today with this dish is I'm going to make kind of like a bruschetta. I love salsa. I like a chunky salsa. This is actually Trader Joe's brand, which I really, really like. Again, clean. There's no sugar in it. Nothing added other than really good, clean ingredients. And what I love to do with this is I love to add olive oil to it because that's basically what a bruschetta is. It's chunky tomatoes and onions and different vegetables, but they add an oil and it tastes amazing. That's what they put on like bread, things like that. But I love to use it on my vegetables. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop the video now so that I can wait until this gets warm, and then I will restart. Okay, so now this is coming out of the microwave, taken off the top. I never add water. I don't need to, and the cool thing is that there's never really water in here, so I don't have to worry about that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add half a can of the garbanzo beans, so I'm just going to kind of sprinkle them on just like that. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to shake up the salsa. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to just put a little bit of that on there. A little chunky salsa. Then I just found this the other day, which I love. So this is a spicy sriracha oil. Okay, and I'm going to read you the ingredients, which is canola / safflower oil, crushed red pepper, dehydrated garlic, sun-dried tomatoes, and natural flavors. Now again, I usually use products that have olive oil, but because I'm not using a ton of this and I'm using it more for flavor, I'm okay with that, and I don't use it every day, but I do love to mix up my flavors, and the canola oil in here is okay along with the safflower oil. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake it all up, and I am going to just add a little bit, not too much, just a little bit like that. Then I'm going to add a little bit of salt. I love this kosher salt, and guess what? I actually got this at the dollar store. This whole thing is $1, and it's the best salt I've ever used. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that on, stick that back in there. I'm going to put this back in the microwave. I'm going to put the top back on. I'm going to shut it, and now I'm going to put it back on for 3 minutes. Start, and then when it's done, I'll mix it up and I'll taste it, and it will be amazing. So I will wait, and I will give you that bite. So hold on. Okay, so it's ready to come out of the microwave. And again, be careful because sometimes it's very hot. For some reason this time it was not that hot. So I'm going to take it out. This is what it looks like right now. And I am going to just stir this all up. Again, it is just chopped broccoli. Chopping broccoli. Sorry. Chopped broccoli. It is a sriracha chili oil and a salsa that is kind of a chunky style salsa, and garbanzo beans. That's it. So nutrient dense, so easy. That took me about, 6 minutes. And let's see how it tastes. Oh my God. That's really good. Woo, it's spicy. It's got just an unbelievable flavor. Oh, and it just has a lot of good texture. Yeah, that's really good. So again, what a great dinner. This can be lunch. It can be breakfast with eggs. But man, that was the easiest thing that I could make. And it's so healthy and so tasty and so nutrient dense. And I hope, excuse me, it's a little spicy. I hope you enjoy it. Enjoy!